Okay, so neuroeconomics, what is it and how can we apply it to real life? So, neuroeconomics is the interdisciplinary field that combines neuroscience and economics to help us uncover our decisions behind spending and buying things. We can use neuroeconomics and apply it to real life to help us become better spenders, to help us tackle our personal finances, and just become better at money management overall. So it's important for us to understand things like neuroeconomics because spending, buying things is purely an emotional decision. There is some debate on this, but personally I believe that it is a emotional decision, and there are literature that exists to back up this statement. So picture this: whenever you're out, let's say you go out to the store, you're out to the mall, and you see something that you like, and you decide that you like it enough that you're willing to spend money on it. However, let's say you don't have the budget for it, you don't have enough money for that purchase to make sense, but you decide to buy it anyways, and worry about the budget, worry about the money later, because the thing that you're buying right now is going to justify that decision right now. If you've ever done that, then congratulations, you've just made an emotional decision. So it's important to understand situations like this, because then we can understand situations like impulsive spending, compulsive spending, binge spending. And if spending is an emotion, understanding how the emotion works can help us get the emotion under control and ultimately become better at money management. So spending is an action that triggers the ventral striatum as well as the ventral tegmental, and these are regions in the brain that are directly responsible for the reward system within our brain. The reward system within our brain is responsible for dopamine releases. Dopamine releases allow us to feel good. So quite literally, spending is a pleasurable act that makes us feel good when we do it, and that makes us susceptible to things like binge spending, impulsive spending, because we're allowing ourselves to be influenced and controlled by our dopamine releases. In order to tackle issues such as binge spending, compulsive spending, in extreme cases compulsive spending, and impulsive spending, we have to exercise a level of control, we have to exercise a level of discipline. When you find yourself in environments that are designed to make you spend money, you need to head in there with a plan of attack, and preferably keep a mental budget in mind. And once you establish that mental budget, tell yourself that you're not going to step over this budget once it's been established, right? And you can even take it a step further and reward yourself to sticking to budget. That'll really help with conditioning your mind not to impulsive spend. Okay, so now that we've understood the science behind it, let's look at some practical frameworks and practical advice that I can give you guys to become better at money management. So firstly, the two pieces of advice that I'm about to give you, I personally use this in my everyday life and on my money management journey. The first one being doing monthly audits on my account. So I will every month will go in and open up a spreadsheet and lay out my expenses, my bills, my savings, the whole 9 yards, and this will help me determine whether or not I need to increase or decrease my spending in a particular area for the following one. The next step that I normally do is I follow a budget breakdown of 30-30-40. So what that means is 30% is allocated, 30% of my income is allocated to things like saving or investing. Another 30% is allocated to just bills, and then 40% is allocated for spending. So obviously this is going to differ based on your personal income, but this is just a guideline that I can give you guys to help make your own percentage breakdowns when it comes to budgeting, right? The third tip that I highly recommend is getting your credit card spending under control, because credit cards are a huge burden for everybody, and it's something that can really hinder us if we're not cautious about it. And not only will it hinder our personal finance development, it will also affect our credit, and that's never good, right? So we always want to aim to be spending about 20% of our credit card to show credit agencies that we're not utilizing, and banks that we're not utilizing our entire credit line. The next thing that we want to try to aim to do is aim to search for low interest rate credit cards so that we're not drowning in a mountain of interest when we're attempting to pay back our credit cards. Finally, I found that setting a clear goal, a clear financial goal helps, because when you have a clear goal in mind, you're able to stick to these practices, stick to these habits a lot better. Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two about personal finance. If you enjoyed these type of videos, leave a comment down below and let me know, and don't forget to subscribe.